Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. Today, we are going to be talking about Hedera and Hbar, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course, I always do greatly appreciate that. Now, with all of that in mind, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about Hedera today. I'm really going to be focusing my shift on the entire crypto market cap, as well as this massive asset class that is here. Crypto is here to stay. Crypto is being massively adopted. I know right now everyone's kind of focused on, getting rich quick, but I want you to realize that that is not the end goal here. The end goal here is how much money can we make from crypto in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. The macro view here for crypto is absolutely astronomical, and I want you guys to all realize that. So let's jump in and let's talk about the potential here behind crypto currently. So obviously, yesterday I talked to you guys about DeFi. I talked to you guys about institutional investors moving in, and here we have crypto has the potential to be the key building block of our future. Hear from the experts at Digital Assets, Fireblocks HQ, FinTech F, and Bitstamp to find out why corporate and financial institutions are adopting crypto. Now, Digital Assets, right? This is Fidelity. So the head of Fidelity is talking here, Chris Tyrer. I hope that I'm saying that last name right. But this is institutional solutions for a new asset class. These are massive institutional clients, by the way. Not only that, but we have Fireblocks HQ. Now, this is the big key for the puzzle right here. An all-in-one platform for building your digital asset business, powering 1,000 plus financial institutions and securing over $215 billion in digital assets a month. Do you guys realize how bullish that is? $215 billion in digital assets a month. Okay, now realize where we currently are in the structure of crypto adoption. All right, it hasn't even hit the pinnacle. We are still, just scratching the surface of crypto adoption. Not only that, right, but we're seeing major banks, major corporations, financial institutions all moving in on crypto. I mean, even Hedera, right? We're seeing enterprise grade use cases ramping up. We're seeing major adoption happening of these major, networks. Right now, we're sitting, kind of sideways. I talked to you guys about this in yesterday's video on the macro view of crypto entirely. I was talking to you guys more so about Bitcoin. Then, of course, I followed with Ethereum. And I really kind of addressed the idea on what is happening right now within this market. Okay, we're seeing mass adoption taking over. Look at this, right? Breaking second largest custodian bank in the world, State Street, to offer crypto custodial services for institutions by year end. Okay, this is the idea on these banks and these financial institutions. All of these major players want to get in on this space. The issue right now, currently, the thing that's holding massive amounts of money, behind is regulations. Regulatory clarity for the space is such a key area right now to focus on. I talked to you guys even about this with XRP, right? Once that happens, we are going to see these massive utility gems. And I talked to you guys about Hedera a lot, not because I want you guys to, hodl this asset until you make a massive amount of money, but because I do believe that Hedera is perfectly positioned to be a massive player in this market once we do see regulatory clarity come to the space. It's going to be a massive player even beforehand, but again, when we're talking about the macro structure of this market, we're currently in like an area where Bitcoin's at around 40.6K, right? I talked to you guys a little bit about Bitcoin going on a massive bull run rally similar to 2017, 2018. We can go back in time a little bit. So here's 2017, here's 2018, right? We have this massive rally point. We hit 19.4K. All of a sudden, bear market a little bit until, of course, the bull run started yet again during the 2020 time frame. Here you guys have it. Incredible opportunity here. Of course, now we're sitting in 2022. Looking forward to seeing a little bit of some sideways momentum, followed by that 2017-2018 structure happening yet again around the fall to sort of winter time frame yet again to repeat that pattern. But that is 2022 to 2023. What about 2025, right? 2025, we're seeing, predictions, of Bitcoin hitting $500,000 plus. Now, all while that is happening, we're seeing major corporations, major clients moving in on crypto. Here's people that believe in crypto. Here's all these CEOs, these co-founders, these major players. Some of these players were hating on Bitcoin and crypto back in 2017 and 2018. They completely changed their mind. You want to know why they changed their mind? Because they're seeing how massive crypto is becoming. It is way too big to ignore. That is also why I say, as an asset class, this asset class is ready to take over. Okay? We even see here, Raoul Pal predicts $200 trillion crypto market cap in 10 years due to rapid adoption. Okay? Now, I want you to realize, at this time, there was only 150 million users. Right now, we have 200 million users. Now, as we do see regulatory roadblocks put in place, these major, these corporations, these financial institutions and things like that cannot move in, right? They're waiting on the sidelines with massive amounts of money, okay? Now, as we are waiting for regulatory clarity to happen, we are perfectly positioned in major assets to make sure that we have this opportunity ahead of us to make massive amounts of money. I mean, we're talking about life-changing wealth, okay? And as we are watching this unfold, right, this is going to be a $200 trillion market, or I should say this is a prediction of it being a $200 trillion asset class in the next 10 years, okay? I don't think it even takes 10 years. Okay, if we're talking regulatory clarity coming this year, right, because that's the main talk, if we're seeing that, prepare for massive amounts of money to flow in. Okay, and if we're talking about $200 trillion, okay, I mean, $200 trillion is something that a lot of people can't even fathom in terms of market cap valuation for this market, right? Because that is, at the end of the day, more than, the entire stock market. But as we are looking at, Hbar currently, at point, it's literally 0.21% of this market. Okay, I want you to realize that if we had a $200 trillion market cap for crypto and we grasp the same percentage, okay, we would be at an overall market cap of, we would have $433 billion in market cap. Now, I know that might seem, not a lot to a lot of individuals. I mean, $433 billion out of a $200 trillion market cap. I want you to realize, though, that this is a $433 billion market cap at the current percentage that Hedera grasps over this market. This is also without any other altcoins, being replaced, because you got to realize that once regulatory clarity comes to the space, a lot of altcoins suddenly disappear because, of course, they are not up to regulatory compliance. But also, we know that Hedera is extremely, compliant. We know that Hedera themselves is continuing to build out this massive company, and I honestly do believe that we will see a larger percentage here for Hedera, and I believe that our market cap could be a lot higher. In fact, I would argue the fact that we will have inevitably a $1 trillion market cap eventually. And when I say eventually, I say within the next 10 years. Now, this is extremely bullish for us because we will see a lot of altcoins continue their upward trend. And as we are seeing more and more of this happening, we are seeing more and more institutional and banking clients moving in on crypto. In fact, talking about a $200 trillion market cap for crypto, here's HSBC entering the metaverse via the Sandbox game, where it will buy a plot of virtual land to develop for sports, esports, and gaming fans. Now, this is a $3 trillion in assets bank, and they are seeing the metaverse becoming a next generation of the internet. Sorry. Now, with this in mind, right, I want you guys to realize that this is talking more so about digitization and tokenization of the real estate game, a $300 trillion plus global market. Now, as I've always said, focus on these major areas of expertise. Talking about these major markets being tokenized brings us to the idea of crypto becoming a massive asset class because it is the power source behind all of this. Now, as we are talking about this, we are also focused on a major player because all of this would be impossible without efficiencies. The major focus point is, of course, sustainability. Now, as we do see here from Christian Hasker, focusing on that social dominance presence from Hedera, not all public blockchains and DLTs are bad for the environment. One of them is even more efficient than Visa, and that would be Hedera. Now, not only is Hedera more efficient than, of course, Visa, but focus on what Hedera is focusing on, which is, of course, becoming the third generation crypto technology. But as they are focusing on the third generation of crypto technology, they are also absolutely killing the game in terms of the Hedera consensus service and tokenization service. The Hedera token service itself is going to be the layer that a lot of these major players are utilizing. I talked to you guys about Suku. I talked to you guys about Dovu. I've talked to you guys about so many use cases happening on Hedera, and even some focused on real estate. Even in terms of, real estate, we talked about, I believe it's Red Swan. Yeah, Red Swan was the main player that was focused on real estate within the Hedera ecosystem. And of course, when we are talking about this, right? So the main shift in terms of regulatory clarity is not only having assets that are regulatory compliant, but also the idea that we could focus a shift towards these major assets that are sustainable. The major argument point behind proof of work is the idea that it's just not sustainable and it's not energy efficient. But when we are talking about things like Hedera that are carbon negative, not only that are they carbon negative, but they are, extremely fast, extremely scalable, extremely secure. Those are major selling points for, of course, major players like HSBC Bank, or we were talking about these institutions like Fidelity and things and companies like that that are moving in on crypto adoption and crypto technology. This is why I say focus on the bigger picture here, which isn't the idea on, hey, how much money can I make this week in crypto, or hey, how much money can I make by tomorrow in crypto. Focus on how much money can I make in crypto if I hodl it, as long as most people hodl assets. Like I talked to you guys yesterday about real estate, right? Individuals hold real estate for 5, 7, 10 years before they see a financial gain. I'm not saying that we're going to have to hodl Hbar for 5, 10 years until we see a financial gain. I'm just saying when we are talking about Hedera and Hbar, hodling this for a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe even 4 years to see massive wealth, I mean, that's just not too bad for me, right? Because even when we're talking about, let's just say, Hedera becoming, Ethereum's market cap, right? Sitting at $17. Or maybe by 2025, right? Bitcoin's at, so they're saying like Bitcoin's at around like $500,000 around this time. That's a market cap of $9.5 trillion, okay? If we're talking about a $9.5 trillion market cap for, Bitcoin, then we will be looking at about like half of that market cap for Ethereum, or we'll just say roughly $5 trillion in market cap valuation. And if we're seeing Ethereum hitting $5 trillion in market cap valuation, or 41.7K, where are the other assets in this space going to be in market cap valuation? I mean, I just don't see, an area where Hedera's not at, at least $500 billion in market cap during that time in, of course, this market. And if we're talking about a $500 billion market cap valuation, we're talking about like a $25, Hbar, which is 124x from our current levels. Okay, and we are going to be seeing, major shifts in this market until that point in time. Like for an example, we are eyeing a bull run during this fall time frame, similar to 2017, 2018, where we could sell our Hbar and capitalize during the bear market and have ourselves prepared for that next major bull run, where we can make absolute generational wealth off of things like Hbar by just simply swing trading our assets. That is exactly why timing, the market is just not good. Time in the market is extremely better, but also the idea of, capitalizing on those profits, taking the profits, reinvesting the profits, can help you build a sustainable portfolio, and not only help you build a sustainable portfolio, but actually help you build massive wealth. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.